Doom, doom, doom. I don't hear the rola.
I can't hear it either, dude.
Oh, no?
Are you sure this is on?
Okay.
I'm doing it in my head.
Puro pedo, puro pedo.
Man, do you want to hear something sad, man?
How about now?
I can hear it now.
Yeah.
So,
A ver, ya nos vas a agüitar, güey.
sí, güey.
You're on live on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube.
El pelón reached out.
Pelón, el tuyo,
Shit.
the one that's down there.
Is he good?
Hold on, bro. He reached out to
Dude.
Corey. And he's like, yeah, you know, so I want to come down, blah, blah. And Corey goes, wait, you don't know, do you? He goes, no, what?
Man.
Oh, man. Okay.
Because he doesn't do social media.
Yeah.
He started, I guess, balling.
Yeah.
Wow.
And all he wanted to know was, where is Felix at? And I'm going to go get a six-pack right now. And I'm going to go visit him and talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, he felt that bad, dude. Like, you know. So, yeah. Pelon, if you're listening, homie, it's not your fault, bro.
Big hugs.
Yeah. Miss you, pelón.
So what is up with this song, bro?
Okay. Turning on mic.
This is a rad song, man.
Aquí tu amigo locutor, programador y muy bien desconocido Dr. G.
Y su cómplice, el Chivo.
Y el Manolo Diabólico. Gee.
Policía.
That song, bro. That
Policía.
song.
What? Just give me. Okay, we're talking about the opening song, la canción con la que abrimos hoy este show.
Capítulo de mi vecindad.
You know, it's capítulo 340 on paper.
I don't want to talk about how old we are, dude.
Okay, on paper. No, this last 10 years, for the last 10 years. El grupo se llama Mercenarias. La canción se llama Policía. Give me what, I mean, anything about this band. Give me
They're
anything.
from DF, and they're after Manolo, and they want to take him outside of the corner of the Gilman.
I'm going to say that they're from Olympia.
Okay.
And they probably want to take both me and Chivo out in some alley and
beat
the shit out of us, slap us around.
Okay, wait for this. They're from Brazil.
Whoa, okay.
Started in 82.
Damn, okay.
And so they were in 82, 84, something like that. And so the Slits were like a big comparison of like them back in those days. Really? And so when I heard the song and I was like, this is so way back. Why am I listening to this now? Then I looked into who the all-female 3-piece band that started in college back in the early 80s in Brazil.
Wow.
Get that. You know, and so I was just taken aback. I was like, holy.
Well, that's what you do, G. You bring out some nuggets sometimes where you're just like.
So bro, so I love the song, and I knew that they might not be exactly from a place like Español, because I was like, is that what is that? What language is that? So, pero I listened to the set list a number of times, dude, and then all of a sudden I made a connection and I couldn't detach from that connection. The intro to the song just reminded me so much of Primus and the South Park theme.
Okay.
And the reason why I couldn't start cracking up is not only that, but I don't know if anybody is aware of what the actual lyrics to the South Park theme song say, but where Kenny starts singing,
I was going to say Kenny.
No lo entiendes para nada.
Killed nothing.
But when he starts singing, it's like heading on up to South Park, gonna see if I can unwind. And then Kenny is like, I like girls with big fat titties. So I just couldn't stop cracking up, bro.
Man, oh man, wow, it's different, a little bit different, in many ways, but anyhow, that's the nugget. Esa canción desde Brasil de los 80s, de los principios de los
Wow.
80s,
Wow.
con el grupo Mercenarias y con la canción Policías. Great playlist esta noche. Muy alternativo. What's happening? Who's next? And what are you bringing to the table?
Pues Manolo le empezó. He started
A ver.
out like...
Okay. Cool. Okay. So nos vamos a ir a Santiago, Chile con a really, really awesome indie pop punk rock band. La canción es Todo se transforma, un sencillo que salió el año pasado. Really cool band. They've been around for about 5 years or so. Primer álbum en el 2019, EP 2021. Y el año pasado sacaron 2 sencillos, and Todo se transforma was one of them.
Very nice. Chivo? ¿No? Mi vecindad.
MN, Mi Vecindad, Diablo Visión. ¿Qué onda, güey? Are you muted, fucker?
Did he mute himself? He did mute himself. Oh, no wonder. I was like, are you talking or are you... Oh, it's because he's... Yeah. Okay.
He's
a little under the weather. He's a little under the weather.
Okay.
He's coughing.
I went to cough and I didn't want to blow the microphone up.
Yeah, that's why I need you guys to do the intros, because I'm over here controlling this.
Yeah.
No, I know. And I was
might have done
mouthing
some
You gotta read
deflation on
notes.
that microphone, bro. Inadvertently.
So,
Okay, there's a couple of bands
yeah.
from tonight's... Actually, no. I think all 4 bands that you picked, Manolo, not only am I fans of, and we've showcased them many times, but
Wow.
People El Mundo's got the new stuff out, and so I'm glad you picked it, because I was actually going to play it pretty soon, but
Yeah, no, this song,
beat me to it.
they're fucking really rad. Y también the last band I'm playing.
Caravana?
They have, yeah.
Yeah, I played them like a while back ago.
A while back, yeah.
I'm not a big fan of them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Muy alternativo el show de esta noche. Muy buena música. Like always, I say, when there's a really good playlist, it just flows. It just flows.
Yeah.
You listen to it, you get to the last song, and you're like, is that it? Listen to los playlists a través de Mi Vecindad on Apple Music, Mi Vecindad. También en Spotify. I've been uploading regularly now, so we got some new
You're on it, bro.
content.
You're on it.
I'm on it. It's a little more current now.
We're gonna have to get X on your case too, because X and his buddies, like, they upload minutes afterwards.
So bro, hey, speaking of X, he looks so different.
Yeah.
And I met him because he was like hella young,
estaba
skinny. He was
yeah,
fucking skinny, because he's like growing into a big dude, big man.
He's married. Half of the kids that we used to like
Yeah.
mentor
Mhm.
back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all married now, and they're like, I'm like, whoa, what's going on, dude? Like,
You're adulting.
it's like
Yeah.
I remember like Erin, like, she was looking at last time. She's like, who gave you permission to like stay out past midnight, dude? Nobody can get married, dude. Like he's all
Lázaro,
30
he's always been lanky and tall, no? Like,
Well, he's 36 now. 36,
Yeah.
37. So they're
Oh,
ya no
He's in his
están,
prime. He's in his prime.
he's
ahí es cuando sacan las steaks.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go over there and you're like, let's go hunting for some cougars
So I guess
in the jungle. What am I talking about?
The urban
Stacks is-
jungle.
The urban jungle, whatever.
Stacks is gonna come and do a
A residency, no?
A residency at X's in
Órale.
A seaside.
July for like a few days.
Anybody who wants a dick for a tattoo, cállale.
Yeah, eggplants. He
Pitote,
specializes in
pitote.
eggplants.
Así como el sim de...
And I might come out of retirement. I don't think I've had one. Gentlemen, I haven't had a tattoo after my
You've
mom
gone
passed
longer,
away.
dude.
Right.
Yeah, I think you've gone longer, but when my mom passed away, I got one tattoo for her, and I haven't done anything since then. So it's been 20 years since I have not been tattooed. So
Leviathans.
I might
Dude, I
go out of
remember-
retirement.
I remember
Levitans.
when Fernie tattooed us.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Brandon? Oh, no me acuerdo quién. And they're like, oh, virgin skin. You got virgin skin.
Yeah. Oh, we were
Depende de
kids.
dónde
We
te
were
estén
kids.
tatuando.
We were kids.
Right.
You know.
Levitants también muy buena canción.
Adelante ya.
Dude, this album is amazing, man.
Yeah. You got a lot of power this song. You know, and this, I think, yeah, you set the prefaces for this playlist, and thank you for that, because cuando lo escuché y escuchando la música del Chivo, estuve pensando you know, se me vino a la mente, ¿te acuerdas de Volumen Cero?
Yeah.
From Miami. And forever, like they had been signed by Warner, and they had, they were like, they were on their way to something, and and then eventually they moved to LA. Después de eso, it just didn't really happen.
Didn't happen. Yeah.
It didn't happen for them after that, pero para mí lo que representó y sigue representando was the incredible connection we had with like the whole country. If you think about it, if it wasn't for Mónica en su radio allá en Chicago, en Texas con Gibby, nosotros en Santa Cruz,
Norte de California.
Norte de California, y muchos otros, ¿no? Nueva York, ¿cómo se llama? Gustavo en Nueva York, la música, I don't think there would have been the kind of movement that there was. There was no way that there was going to have. There's no way.
Hace 30 años atrás, we counted the number of difusoras that actually played música that we were playing in less than 2 hands. And we're talking about todo el país.
When? ¿En qué época, güey?
Like in 94, 95, 96.
Early 90s.
Okay, back
there was very, very, very few. Because I would not count Superestrella as representation.
No.
And they were later. They were later.
But by the time Superestrella started doing stuff, it's like, well, you're playing Juanes, and you're going to call that as, rock español. Nothing against Juanes, but they were Johnny Come Latelys, and it was just like, no, I mean, come on, But
even today,
on the air, I'm going to give this a better título para este capítulo de esta noche de mi vecindad. I think after whenever you mentioned Volumen Cero, something else clicked in my head.
And
we'll talk about el capítulo de esta noche.
El capítulo a través de la música. Estamos escuchando Levitants. ¿Qué tan altos están esos cabrones?
They're fucking rocking, dude.
I love the chorus in the way background.
Like, that homie in the back.
Yeah, the homie in the back screaming the song. But it sounds like a female, right?
It's got like a really good drive. Okay. Ok, acabamos de escuchar a Levitants con la rola Adelante de su álbum Futuro Inmediato que salió hace 2 años, post-punk, garage, alt-rock band de Valladolid, España, que se formó ya hace un poco de tiempo en el 2011. Lo que es interesante de esta banda es el primer álbum que salió en el 2013 y luego el segundo álbum que salió un poco después. Anteriormente se conocían como The Levitants y cantaban en inglés. Pero unas rolas en el segundo álbum y el último álbum que sacaron totalmente en español, and para mí pegan más en nuestro idioma. It just sounds so much better.
And that's usually the case with some of the bands that I've grown accustomed. But anyways, I'd like to talk about que todos los grupos de esta noche, todos, top to bottom, said no to Gustavo Santaloa.
That's right. Ese güey.
Cuando Gustavo Santaloa les invitó a cenar, cuando Gustavo
like, I got a bone to pick.
Les invitó a tus bandas, like, I want to have a dinner date and meet with you. They all gave him a big.
Nice.
We can do this on our own.
You're saying that they're not going to be in number 2 Rock the Bells, or what is it?
In layman's term, these are all bands that Gustavo Santaloa is probably kicking himself in the ass because he would probably love to produce.
Rock Hard, the Rocking
all of
Elements.
What was the name of that fucking series?
Rocket to
Break the walls, or?
break the
Algo así.
Yeah.
Rock to ever forever.
Anyways,
Anyway, let's continue with
let's
more
dedicate this
great
set
music.
to
Okay,
Gustavo Santaloa.
you do it.
You do it, man.
We're backing
Okay.
you up, man. We got your back.
Okay.
We got your back. We got your back. A ver, ¿qué más?
All right,
¿Dónde vamos?
Fuimos primero a Santiago, Chile, luego a Valladolid, España. Ahora vamos a regresar a Sudamérica a escuchar a Fin del Mundo con la canción El próximo verano del álbum Todo va hacia el mar. Que
Their
salió
brand
hace 2
new
años.
record. Their brand new record.
Their latest album de Buenos Aires, Argentina, con raíces en el Patagonia del Sur. So some of the band, I think it's a 5-piece or 4-piece. Awesome indie post-rock. Y también ya llevan como 6 años.
Maybe a little bit more, maybe 7 to 8 years. They're 4-piece, strong, powerful,
killer.
Just
fun.
Amazing. I've been waiting for the new music, and I'm glad that you're showcasing it here in Mi Vecindad a través de MVMN.
No que no. Hey, I'll be right back, dude.
Okay. You know what? Interesting, and now ask Diabolico. It kind of makes sense. Some things make sense to me now. Like if you look at the picture itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the Galapagos Islands. Almost.
Right, and so there's, it's always colder.
Yeah.
And so, and I think it's very common to listen to el sonoro de esas áreas. You know? It's mellow. It's like.
I remember when we first played Fin del Mundo when they had their 4-song EP, and we thought it was amazing back then.
That's right. I remember her voice.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be able to carry it longer now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's very post-punk alternativo, like
Right.
You know. But I've been a big fan of theirs since their first EP, and they have not disappointed me.
I'm back.
Well, we were talking,
what are you guys talking
about
que
ciertas regiones, el sonoro is very particular. And when you mentioned that they were from the Patagonia side, and I was like, okay, it's cold in a beautiful way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that happens in those regions, no?
Oh yeah.
Especially the coast.
Is that Chicless?
Who's Chicless fighting?
Herself. She's just angry.
Her shadow.
She's mad.
Not her tail.
Not her tail.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
It is, man.
I remember the beginnings. What's that first album?
Well, I know that one of us is probably going to put it on for best of for this year. I've been waiting for Fin del Mundo to put out like stuff for a couple of years.
Pues ya es tiempo, man.
And we're almost halfway.
I'm curious because I think they have the same artists to do all their portadas, and if you look at them, they all kind of like tell a story.
It's like a painting. Like it's
yeah, definitely like a little bit of solitary.
No, but there's other pictures of a similar
style.
Yeah, a female
like
with a backpack or something with the back towards them. You know,
she's sporting a patch of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she's a scout. Mi Vecindad a través de MVMN en la radio, a través de Live 365.
I hope they come around, man. I'd go see them.
MVMN, la difusora donde escuchas música.
This is definitely a cuddling song.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of songs that you can do semi-cuddling with too, you know? You know what I mean?
I mean, si la cagas and you throw this on,
What?
dude.
What's the name of the song again? El próximo verano. Okay.
El próximo verano.
Beautiful. Beautiful song. Todo va hacia el mar. Is that the album, the new album? Or the EP? What is it, album, EP?
That is that's the name of the album. La canción es El próximo verano.
Now these vatos.
Yeah. These guys are just fucking fun, dude.
I'll be right back.
For some reason, when I first heard them, I thought they were from Argentina, but they're not. They're from
they play a lot with ¿cómo se llaman esos güeyes? Homie that tiene pegue. No.
Bad Bunny?
The other alternative band from Madrid. They'll come to me right now.
Carolina Durante?
That's what they play. They play with a lot with
Okay. What's up, kitty? You sound good, dude.
Because it's like the winter's over completely. It took a while. Spring took a while to get here this year. You know?
Yeah, it's feeling like summer already,
It
though.
got hot down here the last couple of days. So a little bit of a heat wave.
Yeah.
I can imagine what's going to be the summer aquí en el sur de California, donde existen los mejores y más cojones.
Hey, what was that community? Not the Palisades, pero the
Pacific
other
Palisades?
community. Yeah, kind of like the more like normal community, lower
Yeah,
income.
the one that right
Yeah.
over Pacific Palisades. Not probably
Yeah,
Pacific,
yeah. I was curious about the recovery for them because I know Palisades is gonna get fucking rebuilt.
I mean, no se ha escuchado nada.
Really?
We haven't. No.
Wow.
Okay.
Nothing.
Just like that? They're
Yeah,
not even
just
gonna.
like, I mean, there's still like benefit stuff like beer, like people putting out beer and all that stuff. And it takes a while to make the beer. Turn it on mix.
Ok, esa rola fue Pienso de Caravana, indie rock de Madrid, España, que se formaron en el 2018. Esa canción salió de su EP de 2020. And guess what, Hector? They just dropped a new album last year. Yeah, something to look forward to, man.
Osaka?
Nice.
Osaka.
Caravana.
Wait, where are they from again?
Madrid.
Caravana.
Son de Madrid. Órale.
Son de Madrid.
Órale. Muy bonito.
Yeah, really, really cool
Muy
band,
bonito.
man.
Nice.
Ahora,
Well,
¿qué pasa?
Let's
my
stay
set,
in Madrid.
guys.
And unfortunately, I didn't plan too well because I think I'm hanging out a lot.
Okay, wait, and you're
Madrid
without
heavy?
even trying. But anyways, Joder Juan put out an EP last year that went under my radar, and I'm bummed out. So let's start it out.
I think we should dress up like this.
Why not, dude? Yeah.
Right? Get free drinks all
At
night.
the Blue.
Yes, we
Right.
can.
Yeah.
So esto va a ser Joder Juan con la
A ver.
canción Secuestrar un cumpleaños.
Aquí en mi vecindad, Diablo Visión, MDML.
Quiero secuestrar un cumpleaños.
Ay,
Quiero que esta fiesta dependa de mí.
there's certain pitches where
Dejarte
the singer sounds to
claro
me like a
que mi corazón
male
es un regalo. Nadie se ha dado cuenta de que estoy aquí.
They used to play. Joder Juan has a split EP, and they used to play a lot with El Chiqui Punk from Vecindad and Error 97. That's how they first both came out. They both had a EP, and then they had a split EP, and they used to play a lot together. So they're kind of like buds. So I'm wondering if maybe Joder Juan might get some gigs with Vecindad. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. You know. Yeah.
Probably. I mean,
Vecindad now is at another level, right?
they're another level. Yeah.
dude, I'm telling you,
I
that
think
was
so.
their dookie.
Oh, I mean, I've never been so happy to be proven wrong in our musical journey. You know,
dude. I remember when
Yeah,
you were
I'm
so
going like
elite, and you're like,
I think they peaked.
they've-
I think they bonered up, and that was it. And then like,
Then
nah,
you listen
man.
to it over and over again.
But luego sacaron el nuevo disco, and
No,
I remember when Ahora came out. I remember specifically, I don't know if it was Manolo or G. I think G, you hit me with new album out, and I'm like, okay. And I listened to it partially at work, and it didn't click, and I put it away for like, was it a month or two?
Yeah.
Like I was just like, no, I can't. do
That's what I was referring to. I remember you were like,
And then one night I was just sitting there and I revisited it, like in my car waiting for the girls to get out of some class, and I listened to it top to bottom, and then I repeated it, and then that was it. That was done deal. I was like, nope. And I don't know if Manolo reached out to me or I reached out to him, and it must have been around the same week that we were both revisiting the album, coincidentally. And it was just album of the year for last year for me, at least.
Yeah, because I mean, I listened to it quite a bit. Like I listened to it, then I paused, and then like 3 days later, I listened to it, and then I went through their entire discography just to kind of, the sound, how it's shifted. And then I'm like, who the fuck is this guitarist? And then when I found out that one band, I was like, all the hype and just all the accolades I was like, oh my god. And then I listened to the album and it just fucking...
Then it clicked.
So
this
what
band,
about Diamante Negro?
Diamante Negro. Okay. They're a pretty new band. Empezaron en el 2021. This is their second CD.
Yeah.
I like this song, dude.
I do too. And I'll leave it at that.
Where are they from again? From Spain?
From Barcelona.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that. It was
on their
en la portada esa. Art is probably going to change. Portada art's going to change. And, I think already you see some of the AI influences, right?
Yeah.
But I hope some of these types of bands that are keeping true to art that way.
Well, you can tell this was some trippy 4-year-old. Somewhere just like, man, I'm doing great, and you're like, and some like drunk adult looked at it and go like, wait, can I have this?
Yeah, this. Ahorita que dijiste eso,
Esos güeyes son pedos.
I remember cuando, as a matter of fact, I think it was it La Lupita that stayed at my house? Or was it? No, it was Tijuana. And
Sure there's a bunch of bands, too.
When we're talking about the lead singer of Lolo de Falta,
Órale,
he was arriba. Big time. Big
I
time.
miss Rulas, dude.
Un abrazo a mi Rulas, Lolo de Falta. And he was writing lyrics, and on a piece of newspaper or something he found. and then drawing stuff like this. So it doesn't have to be a 4-year-old, you know.
Yeah.
It can be someone on some nice shiny stuff that they ingest or whatnot. And, heavens knows how much fun we're having con las memorias, las anécdotas, los episodios de mi vecindad a través de los años. Ya va para algo, unas cuantas décadas, ¿no? Unas cuantas décadas. Aquí mi vecindad. Turning on mics.
Eso fue Diamante Negro con la canción Si Estás Aquí. Estamos hablando fuera del aire. Were they? Are they? Is they drunk?
Tripping?
Yeah,
tripping?
yeah.
They're tripping. And you know, that's what I appreciate about El Sonido que traen, especially in tonight's set list, porque it gives it a different slant, and it totally reminds me of that
That's
120
what we were
minute
going
slant.
for.
You know, it's going one way, and then you got a song that kind of adds that little edge to it.
Well, anyways,
is this something mellow for them though?
You know, we'll revisit that in a hot minute. You know.
Okay. But a ver. What's going on? Are you still on your spaceship and going somewhere else?
I am. But we're gonna stay in Barcelona. Diamante Negros from Barcelona. So we're just gonna kick it there for a little bit, and we're gonna go with this group that I have not yet to play before. Se llama
Really?
Alavedra. La canción se llama Charmartín.
Okay.
They've been together since 2018, but this album just came out recently, just a few months ago, late 2024. So let's see where this goes, Manolo.
Yeah. So just a quick little thing. Well, maybe I'll say it off the air. So if you want to listen to my stupid remark, you got to be off the air.
YouTube or Facebook.
MVMN, Diablovisión, mi vecindad.
Okay, what's your stupid remark? Is it that they're all bleaching their
No,
teeth?
it's not. It's not this band.
Okay.
It's the next band. It's the next band. It's not this band. It's the next band.
Because this is definitely on the preppy side. No?
Kind of. They kind of remind me like they would get along well with Caravana and other bands like that. Like, yeah.
Maybe
you know what I'm saying? Like, so it
Yeah.
But yeah, no. One of the songs that I gravitated to right away.
I mean, the album came out in late October of last year, so I'm gonna dive into it a little bit and see where it plays, because it did raise my eyebrows. I was like, oh, okay, you know.
So they're also from Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yep.
These guys are from Barcelona.
No.
I thought they were from Madrid by their sound.
You know what's comparándolos a otros grupos que hemos tocado o tocamos a través de mi vecindad, no me cabe duda que en las ciudades más grandes obviamente hay un poquito de todo. Pero me pone a pensar como en Perú, you know, and so like in Lima and what's going on over there. I'm sure that there's some hidden gems over there too. Like stuff that we just haven't heard.
Don't overdose in strange bathrooms. That's the moral of the story.
Con los pantalones abajo or what?
Yeah, dude, because you're on a bad trip.
On a bad trip, or it's how you decide to dose. You know? Right?
Dude, this.
I know. I was looking at the fuzzies.
It's not my favorite. You know. I think if we would have had a cool portada like Diamante Negro did, I think we'd be all about this. Like,
It's because they're all about the looks.
I'm like
looking like they're bleaching.
that
All right,
dude
so
at
this
the
is
bottom right.
this is
I'm
a
like,
unique band.
this
These are
fucking
two bands on this little
band. This is
This-
insane.
Yeah.
that I'm putting on that I have yet to play or yet to hear from. So they're kind of new for us here in Vecindad.
So when I first heard this, bro, I
yeah.
had to do a double take.
The voice.
Because when I was listening to
You
it,
thought
I
it was
was
Carolina
like,
Durante, huh?
oh, is this Carolina Durante?
Wait, and
I
so
was
it's
like,
not
what?
even the singer?
Somebody else?
Yeah. No.
Really? Okay.
Wow, they fucking sound so influenced by Carolina Durante.
And you gotta understand, Carolina Durante is like that. They're like these Naga big. They're like, that's how big they are. And
Aren't they doing something right now?
people left and right.
I think they are.
I'm sure they are. He's hooking up with somebody again, you know. So, you know.
Okay, is that the guy that's like super sexy like me or better?
Ese güey jala más, güey.
Like when I went to the brew the other day.
Oh, I'm sure you could walk away Bevo without spending a penny.
Hey, that's what happens when you got the right canopy. Is it awning or a canopy? Either or. You just gotta enjoy it. Always. But yeah, these guys eating. Well, I guess we'll wait. We'll wait on, because we need more information. We need more information. These guys are good. I'm turning on the mics now.
Eso fue Toldos Verdes con la canción Ya No Me Mientes. Yeah, they kick it.
I don't believe you.
They kick
I don't
it.
believe you.
Well, these are the bands
Okay.
they play with. Alcala
Okay.
Norte and
Great band.
La Paloma.
Oh,
So
awesome.
I'm
Another
like,
great band.
You're in good company, you know, good
Yeah.
company. Anyways, Todos Verdes, been around for a couple of years. They started in 2022. This is from their debut album que salieron el año pasado. Igual from Madrid.
Dude,
Antes de eso,
like I said off the air, when I listened to this song, I was going through the playlist and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, Carolina Durante jam.
Yeah.
Then when I looked at the set list, I was like, it's not Carolina
it's not.
Durante. Fucking sounds like it.
It sounds like it. Yeah. Anyways, antes de eso, Alavedre con la canción Char Martín. Yeah, two bands that we have yet to play here on Vecindad, so I'm kind of happy to put a little.
What's the name of this album?
Spotlight on it.
Because don't they have a song called Grita Tu Nombre too? Toldos. Yeah.
Toldos. The name of the album is. I don't think they have a name for the album.
Okay,
Just
okay.
Toldos.
It's a little song
Yeah.
también.
What's a
I mean,
toldo?
are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a toldo?
I guess we're gonna have to do more
Yeah.
research. I mean, ¿le crees todavía o no le crees, Diabólico? Who's the singer?
I gotta listen to some of the other
Yeah.
jams, but that song was a fucking amazing homage to
Yeah. Well,
Carolina
something
Durante.
similar is going to happen in the future. So let's continue.
Let's continue. Okay, we're gonna keep going, and now I'm gonna leave
España.
España
Right.
for a second, and we're gonna go to Chile
Garras.
to actually,
Mhm.
you know, what you're talking about. We're gonna go El Cómodo Silencio de los Hablan Poco.
That's
Yeah.
deep,
That's
bro.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so check it out. Y la canción se llama San. They've been
No, es
together.
como
sure?
voy a ver.
¿Cómo voy a ver?
Yeah,
¿Cómo
San
voy a
is
ver?
the name of the
Come on,
album.
fucker,
San.
we're professionals here.
they've been around since 2016. They're a 4-piece. They only have 2 CDs, but like 5 or 6
Right.
EPs since then. So they've kind of been doing some stuff. So check it out, guys. See
Okay.
what you guys think.
Okay. Diablo Visión, MVMN, mi vecindad.
It's
Oh, yeah.
a great jam.
It's got a little post-punky with a little
Yeah.
bit of dark wavy edge.
I figured that you would like it. It's
yeah.
very in that. Yeah, their first album was like in 2016, 2017, and then they just put out an album last year. But in between, they put out like 4 or 5 EPs. You know?
Is this from last year?
Yeah, it's from the last album.
Awesome. Holy definitely check them out.
Again, where are they from? Chile, right?
Chile.
Okay.
I forgot what city in Chile.
Dude, Chile's getting 2 representations tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't let like España just take everything
Right.
tonight.
They fucking dominate, dude.
Tonight, yeah. I think it's. Yeah, este disco salió en noviembre del año pasado.
Sounds like
So it's pretty brand new.
The earlier stuff similar?
You know, I haven't dived into it, so I'm telling you, like, there's a couple bands here tonight that I'm playing for the first time. So I'm kind of.
Hey, Hector, I'm getting that tingling excitement that I got when I first listened to Alcalá Norte. So
You're gonna research it.
I can't wait to check them out.
Okay. Well, I think at least one of these bands might end up on our list at the end of the year because there's a 2 or 3 bands that we're playing in that are kind of new to us, but they have new material, and if it falls between like October, November of late last year, I count it as a release of this year. So,
Yeah, makes sense.
Great song.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
Oh man, this song, dude.
It's an epic song. It's like I was before we even turned on today, I was convinced that this song is from a movie. It's a soundtrack song. One of those
It has
one of
that
those
vibe.
songs that you're gonna listen to over and over. For me, this reminds me of Lucha de Gigantes when they were part of that those movies, Amores Perros, and it was just it became super popular. Kind of what happened to was that series of Netflix or whatever with the horror flick kids and
Oh yeah, Stranger Things with Kate Bush
right?
and everything else. Yeah.
Dude, to me, this is fucking makeup sex.
That's
Well,
almost
I
the
mean,
best kind.
we know that hands down, Triángulo, El Mató, and maybe a couple other bands are like the godfathers of the last generation of our scene. Okay, definitely the ones that like Gustavo Santaloa never got the touch, and like that slap him silly wrong, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is an EP. It's from an EP.
But in this song, you have Triángulo hooking up with Los Planetas and just making love together.
Yeah.
En this EP tienen una canción también con Vecindad.
Yeah, they do. Well, this is a compilation of all their stuff that they've done. Tienen con Biznaga, tienen con Menta, they have with Carolina Durante. I mean, it's just like they did a lot of these like mashups during the pandemic.
It was a while back, a few years back.
And I think I played about.
We need to lock in a date for Datura.
Okay. Just shoot us something and we'll go from there.
Okay.
You know, earlier you were commenting about Levittown. I thought si este way gets to go to Mexico and gets with the right code and does Cultura en Español over there.
Hey, do you think we can get these guys?
Who?
Triángulo.
I don't know. They're pretty big, bro. Like, I mean, it's like them and El Mató. It's like It's like us when we were on KZSE trying to get soda and Café Tacuba.
We got Café Tacuba.
It just wasn't going to happen.
Tacuba. Were you on when I got the Café
Did
Tacuba?
you?
So you're saying there's a
No.
You're saying there's a
No.
chance.
I
saying
was
there's a
there when we got Jaguares.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, and it wasn't even Jaguares. It was
La Barranca.
La Barranca. Yeah.
You-
Yeah, because if it was Jaguares, we wouldn't have gotten them.
It's like you're saying that was it 1%? 1% chance?
There's a chance, bro. There's a chance.
This tripped me out the first time I heard it. These ups and downs. And that's why I thought it was like it's so epic and cinematic, you know? Because they're like there's like scenes coming in and out, you know?
It's just Jay from Los Planetas saying, "Let me produce this."
Yeah.
And Gustavo Santaolalla, you can't touch it. And no plata for you.
Right.
You know?
Go give me some.
Yeah, go give me some. I don't know. There's so many bands on this set list tonight that, like,
No,
come on, he'd be lying through his teeth if he didn't want to work with some of these bands.
Yeah.
It's almost like it becomes a physical production. You know?
This is the second golden age, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Absolutely.
I'll be very honest. I was having a hard time following the song. Really? Because it's just so epic. It's like, you can't.
I agree with you 100% that it does sound like if it hasn't been in a movie, it needs to be in a movie.
It's so intense in many ways. Like,
I can see this in a movie like Crash or anything
Yeah.
like that, like a David Lynch movie too. Like also,
yeah, something epic.
yeah.
Turning on mics.
All right, motherfuckers, repeat what y'all just said off the air.
That was a lot of stuff. And acaban de escuchar el collab de Triángulo de Amor Bizarro junto con Jay from Los Planetas. G can't stop talking about how epic. It's just epic. And yes, it needs to. If it's not in a movie, it needs to be in a movie.
Yeah, I mean it's.
It is just an amazing. La canción se llama Cura Mi Corazón, and it's painfully epic.
It's the title, man. By me, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful song. But what comes up for me is when I'm listening to it, the rapture of makeup sex, dude.
Okay. Love it. I love it. Either way, which way, it's epic for me. It's intense. I was having a hard time following it. I just could not like play something else after this song because it's one of those songs that again for me was like somehow it's part of a movie and then como Lucha de Gigantes and Amores Perros, you know, it's like that song just stuck. It was like it was very epic and towards the end it just haunts you, and you listen to it, you're like, who, you know, and if you didn't know who Nacha Pop was, then you become a fan of, like, you know, we were talking about what's it called, that the kid thing movie, weird thing.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things with what's her name?
Kate Bush.
You know, that song just it became epic because of the movie, and to me this is one of those songs. Great selection tonight aquí en mi vecindad, Triángulo de Amor Bizarro con J de Los Planetas. Súper chingón, o sea, aquí en mi vecindad tenemos unas músicas epic. Epic.
And next week we'll do something different, so like just, you know.
So before we go into the next song, there's two things que quería decir. One of them was you know, when I put the set together, when I started the set, honestly, Hector, I was thinking of you, bro, because of the Felix passing away, que en paz descanse, and just the whole emotional
Okay.
journey that you've been on. And honestly, it was more about like because we all know, bro, it is un pinche fresa. So this set is a little bit more poppier, and just wanted to bring a little joy to you,
You know,
bro.
the funny thing is, it didn't hit me as fresa. It did.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It's
Not at all.
it blurs indie and pop in what we consider pop.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It does. But I think you hit it on the nail when we said it was a very alternativo 120-minute set from Vecindad tonight. And I think we proved that. So,
Yeah.
bam,
Yeah.
G, how are you going to take us
A
out?
ver,
Hold on.
Mira, a ver.
Second point is recognizing that there might be some folks that are tuning in recently. This song, Triángulo del Amor Bizarro, just a quick Triángulo, quiénes son, and what's special about this album.
Yeah.
Well, Triángulo de Amor Bizarro is, in my opinion, alongside El Matón Policía Motorizado and a couple other bands, are the flag bearers of this generation's music scene. Like in the 90s when we were doing Vecindad, you can go to Maldita, you can go to Caifanes, you can go to Soda, and you keep going on. I mean, but Triángulo is definitely, in the last 15 years, has been that band. They're just amazing. Can do no wrong with me. Now, the collab with him is J. from Los Planetas, which blurs the line between, they're like the bridge between both of these scenes.
Right.
They started at the end of the first golden age, and they're still here today. And
the new
they
golden age.
And they are directly responsible. If you do interviews with any of these bands like Triángulo, where they'll tell you, like, I grew up listening to Los Planetas, and I was like, cool. That CD that they put out with this song, Cura Mi Corazón, was a compilation during a pandemic. A bunch of bands like Triángulo, Los Puncetes, Carolina Durante, Biznaga, and a bunch of, they were stuck. They couldn't perform. So they were just recording stuff in their homes or in like friends' studios and sending it to each other. And they were collabing that way. So there was a lot of magic that came out of, especially in Madrid. It was like they were just like
the place to be in a pandemic.
It was. They were just like collabs were like out the door. Junto a Menta, like all these bands that we've been treasuring over the last 2, 3, and 4 years. Were just like really just flourishing. Something good came out of this stupid pandemic and that scene. So yeah, check it out. It's got some good stuff. Also, Los Puncetes just put out a collab CD, which is just, it's very much like this one. It was just like, if you look them up, it's who's who up and down of like,
check it out.
Yeah. So it's definitely good stuff. Anyways, we're ending tonight. Aquí mi vecindad. Good show. Good times.
Very good.
Good fun.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, dang. Flashback to the 90s. Oh, dang. Okay.
Right?
I just like, oh, okay.
So when listening to the playlist that's set tonight, me recordó mucho al alternativo, like straight up alternativo, right? And right away I thought, we haven't really played a lot from Chile, not knowing that you were going to bring this in, and so this interesting connection there. Pero pensé mucho en La Ley, and it's like, they earlier we were talking about how los locutores de la radio, las universidades, fueron muy instrumental en la difusión de la música. So a lot of the music, alternative Spanish music, had an avenue to expose itself, but it was always, well, at the time it was the college radio, and still today, college radio or community radio, right? Anyway, so La Ley para mí era, it's like, it's poppy, it's very alternative, and so I was like, and they started La Ley started in 87, right? But then these guys pop up, and I was like, wait, yeah, what happened to Lucibel? What's up with those guys? So Lucibel starts in 91. La Ley starts in 87. Los dos de Santiago, Chile. Los dos came from like las universidades. Same thing with the band that we started tonight. Mercenarias. They met in college. Same thing with Mi Vecindad. We all met in college. And hence here we are. Bueno, vamos a terminar esta noche dándole honor a este grupo de Santiago, Chile, este alternativo, este rock en su idioma de Chile, de Santiago, con la canción, una de las que me gustaban mucho a mí, Luces No Bélicas, del álbum Amanece, which I think it was their first album as Lucibel. And it's one of those bands where for us we got a band, especially un CD de Argentina, de Chile, other countries were like it was gold for us, to play it on the radio. We needed to play it on the radio. Lucibel became one of those bands for us. Y bueno, terminamos esta noche con Lucibel desde Santiago, Chile, con la canción Luces No Bélicas. Y a lo que voy. Listen to this song and recall La Ley.
Okay.
And you'll see what I'm talking about. Y con eso terminamos.
Bueno, hasta la próxima semana, muchachos. Agur.
Buenas noches, raza. Se cuidan.
Mi Vecindad.
Yeah, this definitely made me want to revisit Lucibel.
So there's you gotta listen to it a little bit, and you know what I'm talking about.
Tanto resguardarse entre tus pelos de hierba, llevo a mis ojos aún en sangre a prender fuego y no mentir. Dame un segundo entre mis dedos incendiarios. Seré tu alfombra de sal. Confundas al mar con cegueza.
La bailable y,
No te van a herir.
I like that
So they were both on EMI. They were both I think they were probably produced by the same folks. So there's a lot of similarities. Now I think the difference was that the frontmen were different. Vocals were there, they were very similar to me. They've got their own better going, But Lucibel, man.
Hey G, for some reason se te bajó la voz, el volumen.
Órale, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, for me, Lucibel, man, it was one of those where I'm glad, we come back to some of these artists and it's nice. Y bueno, con eso nos vamos a despedir esta noche a través de Mi Vecindad, MRML. But again, do you guys hear the connection there with
I see it.
And Beto Cuevas is still doing stuff like this guy,
solo projects, or
he did his solo projects, and then he was here in Hollywood doing whatever that I Married the Rich Lady, or
oh gosh, yeah,
the rich lady. It became he got into that soap opera side of Hollywood, or MTV side kind of thing,
He was doing reality show shit.
Yes. Yes.
Damn. Okay.
In the 2000s. Yeah. Y creo que he had a little bit of help with the maquillaje on the table. You know what I mean? Anyway, but that was the show for tonight. Aquí Mi Vecindad.